We've all seen the Bumble PR disaster, and there is a UX strategy lesson to be learned there. In this video, I will teach you all about product strategy, an important skill to have as a senior product designer, and I'll be using Bumble as an example. Hi guys, my name is Chili, a senior UX designer based in London. Knowing how to do product strategy is a crucial skill for senior designers to have. So if you're looking to upskill from midway, this is something you should start exploring, learning, and incorporating into your projects. In this video, I will be covering the Bumble PR mess, what went wrong, and exploring why, how this could have been avoided with a good product strategy, and I'll be teaching you all about product strategy and how to do it yourself. Make sure you save this video and use it as part of your learning journey. Bumble has received a lot of backlash for their recent ads for being very tone deaf and insensitive. For those who don't know what Bumble is, it is mainly a dating app where you swipe to match, but the difference is women are the ones who start the conversation in a male-female pairing. The idea behind this was to empower women to make the first move by giving them the ability to control the conversation. They do also have a friendship feature, Bumble BFF, and Bumble Biz for business networking. These ads were part of a relaunch strategy to launch a new and improved, refreshed Bumble app experience. And here is the feature. It is a feature that lets women prompt men to make the opening move. So now they're just like any other app where anyone can start a conversation, which goes against their main USP of being known as a women-first app, which is a little confusing. And this is where the disconnect is. It also feels very anticlimactic for the lead up that they did. They deleted all the images on their Instagram and had a campaign of memes leading up to this big reveal. And the big reveal was that women no longer needed to make the first move. It is clear that something went wrong with the product strategy. They didn't listen to the users' problems and they didn't find the right solution. The memes on Instagram were actually good. They resonated with how people feel about the current dating market. So they did understand some of the problem, but something along the project, things went wrong. So what can we learn from this? How can you create features that appeal to your users and solve the problems in the right way? That's where doing a good product strategy comes in. Product strategy is a high-level plan that outlines business goals and how it plans to achieve these goals. It's a guiding framework for product development and marketing positioning to ensure that the product and the features align to the company's overall goals and it meets the customer's needs. And it is important to meet customer needs as this will ensure that they use or pay for your product. The main components of a product strategy are the vision and goal, defining the long-term vision and goal of the product, understanding the target market, including customer needs, preferences, and behaviors, and analyzing competitor and market trends to identify key opportunities. The value proposition articulates the unique value your product offers to customers, and it explains why customers would choose this over competitors. And then you have the product roadmap that outlines the key features and functionalities of the product and establishes a detailed timeline of development and releasing the features. Then you will use data to track metrics such as user engagement and establish your KPIs to measure success. A product strategy can take weeks, even months to complete properly, but we're going to focus on the value proposition using a value proposition canvas. A value proposition canvas is a strategic tool used to ensure that a product or service is positioned around what customers need and value. It helps businesses to design and analyze their value propositions to better meet customer expectations and solve their problems. So this is what a value proposition canvas looks like up close. Normally these are done at the beginning of a product alongside with a business plan, but you can also use these when you're creating large features that are transformative to the business. If we zoom in, you can see that this is a business plan outline, and it shows how on this side of the business plan is the value proposition, and on this side is the customer profile. If we start with the customer profile, it helps you understand your users and the desirability of your product to your users. You can use your user persona to fill this in. It basically acts like an empathy map. So there's your jobs to be done, pains and the gains. Focus mainly on the pains. What are the users missing? And the gains are all the delight moments that you can create. And then there's jobs to be done. This will probably need a video on its own so that you can understand how to properly do job to be done. It's a really good tool. And then on this side, on your value proposition, this is your business offering taken from your business plan. The list of products and services that your business offers to help the customer complete their jobs on this side. And the pain relievers, so these are things your business is going to do to relieve the customer pains. And the gain creators, these are the moments of delight that you're going to create for the customer. Simply put, if your business offering matches the user needs, you have a really good product. Let's explore what went wrong. These ads are only focused on the business goals, and that is to get women back on the apps so that they can continue making money. All over social media, a lot of women have vocalized that they are opting out of dating apps. It is very clear that this message was directed at women who are opting out of dating apps due to the fact that they feel like apps are putting profits over matching people and the lack of safeguarding features. Imagine being a women-first app and shaming women for their right to choose not to date. Their algorithms are not set up for people to actually match. The longer people stay single, the more money they make. And they have made a lot of money. Dating is a huge industry. Most of the big apps are owned by the Match Group, including Tinder, and the founder of Bumble, Whitney Wolfe, used to work for Tinder. Keeping people single may be a profitable strategy. However, this is short-sighted because what do you do when a key part of your product, the users, decide they no longer want to use your service because they feel like it doesn't work? Now they are faced with the tough job of getting them back on. And acquiring users is very expensive. So they really shot themselves in the foot there. As a designer, understanding the process of acquiring users and retaining users is a key part of your job. It's also important to be mindful of how your company is viewed beyond the product. When I used to work for an oil and gas company, they offered electricity services, and they were also venturing into the clean energy space. This was difficult because people didn't trust an oil company to offer clean energy products, rightfully so. So part of the strategy was looking at how to build trust with users. People who use dating apps have already had negative feelings towards dating apps because they believe that they are the reason the dating culture is what it is today. Can AI help us in dating? There is a video where the Bumble founder Whitney Wolfe talks about how AI could help us in dating, where you could have an AI avatar of yourself date other people's avatar, and it helps you to decide who to meet. But this is creating a solution to a problem that dating apps have created. It is clear that they can tell that the problem is people are getting a bit tired with talking to a lot of people and narrowing it down on who to actually meet. But the solution is just to have fewer high quality matches and cultivate quality conversations, not an AI avatar. So let's look at what they could have done if they were using good product strategy. Number one is to make sure that the research is done correctly by asking the right questions. I'll be doing videos on how to conduct good user research soon, so make sure you're subscribed for that. So here is what it would look like filled in for the Bumble persona. So this is very, very simple. Obviously, they have multiple personas and it can go into greater detail, but I've done this quite simply. So if we start with the pain, so struggling to start a conversation feel like they're repetitive and the same. They want to feel safe to meet people and matching people who don't have aligned values. And then the gains, it'd be great to match with people who have aligned values, having good conversation and enjoying the dating experience. Job to be done are basically like goals. So finding a good partner, going on dates that are fun and safe, and meet new interesting people that they're aligned with. And then if we do it on the other side for the value proposition, so if we look at the pain relievers, helping users start conversation in a fun way, helping users cultivate interesting conversation, vetting users, partnerships with bars and restaurants. So that matches with wanting to go on fun dates, using data and algorithm to better match people. That matches that. And then using AI to better understand the users based on behavior and conversations that they've had. And then gain creators. So this tells them that it's basically a repetition of this, but it can also be some pain relievers as well. Making sure that people match with others, have aligned values, looking at the end-to-end dating experience, and helping users build friendships and communities, and introducing users to new experiences. And then the products and services, which will be matched with the jobs to be done, is a good algorithm that matches people and discounts to restaurants. They may have spoken to their users and heard that their users were struggling to message first, or that the users didn't want to message first. So their solution was to let anyone message first. But this goes against their value proposition and their USP. This solution feels like they went with the first idea that came to mind, or maybe they asked their users what they want. And a key lesson here is not to ask users what they want. You have to get to the root core of the problem and solve it creatively. There's a famous quote by Henry Ford where he said that if you ask customers what they want, they would have said a faster horse. But he understood that the goal was to get a user from one destination to another very fast. Empathizing is a key theme in understanding your users' needs. The meme showed that they kind of understood that users were done with dating. They should have followed this theme and dug a bit deeper to understand the root cause of these problems, ensuring that they're aligning the user needs with the business goal. The first step to solving this problem would be to make sure that their algorithm is matching people better. They have the data for this and they have AI now. Even though this would make them less profit in the short term, long term, users would trust the app as their go-to when they want to find a partner. And a lot of relationships end naturally, so then they would think of Bumble when they want to go back into the dating scene. And building this trust takes time. That would be the first step. But as in new features, here are some ideas. The first idea would be about helping users to start conversations and to cultivate fun conversations. This would be in the form of games. I love this game. It's called Draw Something, where you choose something to draw and everyone else has to guess what you've drawn. It's a fun way to learn about each other rather than just asking each other questions back and forth, where there is a question posed and you draw your answer. I think this is called Jumble, where you use the letters to make up the word. Or like a trivia game. I feel like games that are based around personal trivia would be much better than people saying, "Hi, how are you?" And having some absurd answers in there will help the conversation to be a bit more fun and interesting. The second idea is around looking at the end-to-end dating experiences, not just in the app, introducing users to new experiences. And they can do that by discounts to events or in real life events. I found these pictures of some sort of like blind tasting food, or like an outdoor cinema, or a food supper club, just really focusing on enhancing those in real life events through discounts. Apparently running clubs are the new dating apps now, or like a games night, just helping users to actually enjoy the dates that they go on. They could have also pushed Bumble BFF for users who wanted to take a break from dating. This would allow them to keep them engaged and to help users build communities and friendships. That way, when the user's ready to get back into dating, they're already on the app. They don't have to acquire them all over again. And imagine if the next phase of the memes that they use was about running away with a group of your girlfriends and having fun during the summer. So those are a few ideas. What ideas did you think they should explore? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoy making it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.